Flip, 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 Gordon. Flip, 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 Gordon. Sky. Woo! All right, let's do this shit there. Let me get my quick Thotteroonies. Ha! For SumerSlam 2018. No, Cultaholics doing the rest of talks doing this thing, yada, yada, yada. Jaded New York. Didn't do it yet, but I'm here to give you my thoughts on the matches, hopefully as quick as possible. Here we go. Let's get right off into the Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler for the IC Championship. Match is really long, good workers between them. It was very New Japan style with the slow beginning part there, working up into a good finish, good reversals, good counters. Suplex reversals, things like that. There, the story seemed really cool between Drew McIntyre and was the tag team championships, the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers, of course, New Day, but the Freebird rule. The New Day, they were doing good things as well. Xavier Woods hitting a lot of high spots as he usually does there. Big E showcasing how powerful he is by throwing both the Bludgeon Brothers around with ease, like several times in a row, no problem, no effort there. Big E did a Superman dive, the suicide dive through the ropes, and it ended all of a sudden randomly because the Bludgeon Brothers happened to hit them with some sledgehammers over and over again. I don't know why, but they gave you a bullshit finish. New Day won. I guess you won in the prediction if you picked New Day because they won, but they didn't get the titles. So I guess it's like one of those bullshit finishes. So overall, it was heating up to be a decent match there, but some agent or whatever in the back there said, "Yeah, you know what? We can't have this team win and that team lose. So screw them." Moving on. The squash match, Owens versus Strowman for the Money in the Bank briefcase. After all those weeks of Owens saying, "I want to screw Braun Strowman, yada, yada, yada. He doesn't deserve it. I can do this. I can win any cheap way I can, and I get the precious Money in the Bank briefcase," which is absolute bullshit, by the way. So the match ended up being a squash match. It didn't last more than 2 minutes, and they ended out real quick because they need more time. Like, I don't know what happened in the beginning. I don't know who said, "Hey, you know what? You guys, Ziggler and Seth, you guys take up a majority of the time for the rest of the show. And Elias, you're going to get a bunch of time too." I'm like, really? Yeah, 7 hours of padding. I can't believe those matches were that long. The main meat of those things were like at the end. So anyway, so Strowman wins with like a freaking a tackle and a power slam and whatever, and that's it. Match is over. No fanfare, just like really quick in and out there. So there you go. There, I would give that match. I give that match a good. I don't think anything a good because it wasn't really a match. I didn't expect anybody to be looking at me this early in the morning. I don't know what time it is wherever they are in the world. Okay, so here we go. Another match we got going on here. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Carmella for the WWE Women's Championship. There, I thought this match was going to be good, and it was good. A lot of good saves and reversals and things like that. There, story elements there. Charlotte with the twisting moonsault, good stuff out of her. But there could have been more to the storyline. But like when Becky Lynch had Carmella in the arm breaker move, Charlotte could have stayed back. It's like, hey, you know what? That you take this kind of thing there. But Charlotte, being Charlotte, she took advantage and did what she needed to. So they made Charlotte look like a heel for taking it away from her best friend, and they made Becky look bad because she fell for the tricks of Charlotte or whatever, that kind of stuff there. So in the end there, Becky did turn heel, and the crowd loved it. Of course, they love a heel turn. Any kind of turn is a good turn because in this company, you take whatever you can get. So Becky, I don't know how long the heel turn's going to last, but we'll see what happens. This is all obviously leading up to a great match and the Evolution pay-per-view coming in the future. So it's really good with those two. And please, WWE, no matter what you do not add anybody to this match between Becky and Charlotte. These two deserve to be going at each other 100% there because it's a personal feud between them. It's best friends turning into bitter rivals, and it deserves a singles match there. And don't you dare fuck it up by having that kind of thing there. I do see the relevancy of adding Charlotte to the match when it comes to this thing because it was supposed to be Becky versus Carmella, and having the match go down this way with Charlotte, overtaking and getting lucky or whatever and beating Carmella on SmackDown, and now she's, then she's the champion, via dumb luck after coming back from surgery or whatever. No one the casuals don't know that, but she came back from surgery and she automatically gets a title shot. That's bullshit. but I can see where Becky Lynch is coming from. A lot of people can sympathize with Becky because she was gifted an opportunity and then she capitalized on it and she's a new champion. Like Charlotte Flair had no momentum going into this match there. Becky Lynch had all the momentum because she was going victory after victory after victory. And then Charlotte just comes out of nowhere and just drastically cut her chance in half just by appearing, which is bullshit. So I sympathize with Becky Lynch because her friend kind of, did it to her. That was fucked up shit. Here we go. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe was doing the whole "Who's your daddy" thing. This match was the match I anticipated to be the most blandest because they can't do what they did in TNA like at all. Most of the stuff they did in this match was from TNA, but not even all of it, man. It was like a callback to do like when AJ does the reverse moonsault flip into the DDT, which he usually does off the ropes when he does the turnbuckle, which is kind of unique, but still, man, we've seen it before. Nothing new out of these guys really at all. It's just like callback moves, unfortunately. But overall, it was a decent match there. If you've never seen these guys in ROH or in Impact Wrestling TNA, so it was a decent match there. It ended, of course, with Samoa Joe going too far and AJ going berserk and protecting his family, yada yada yada, all about family, yada yada yada. So we're gonna see more of these matches, and it deserves a Hell in a Cell match because things should be getting out of control with these guys there. Hopefully, they're not just in a regular match at Hell in a Cell, and they're in a regular match. They're in a cage match at the show because these guys deserve a kind of like a quote unquote blood feud kind of thing there, and let some accidental blood flow between those two, and put on the Mickey Mouse gloves, make it more realistic. If you're gonna make them bleed or whatever, put in the Mickey Mouse gloves there and make it PG so that way no one can really tell. Up next is the thing I skipped here. Let me see what they're saying about Elias in this thing. Elias tore down the crowd, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I didn't miss a damn thing. That segment was really long, and I skipped the hell out of it. Anyway, what I didn't skip was The Miz versus Daniel Bryan. This was going to be the story match of the evening, and it was. Well, not really. I think Becky Lynch and Charlotte was a better story match after the match per se. But Miz was doing all the moves. He stole to Bryan. I liked the part when Miz was, doing the yes kicks to the inventor of the yes kicks, and Bryan was like bowing up to him and saying like, "Fuck no, that's my shit." And like he was like just eating that shit because he's taking Kenta and Kota Ibushi's kicks. He can take those kicks. So like he was like saying you're a weak man. So that was really cool. Interference from Maurice, passing something to the Miz, winning with some shenanigans. Therefore, Daniel Bryan's contract is extended. Therefore, the matches will continue. Hopefully, it's another Hell in a Cell match. Why not there? You got the cage for tonight. Put Miz and Bryan in the cage. Put Samoa Joe and AJ Styles in the cage there, and put Becky Lynch and Charlotte in the cage. Put those in the cage. That sounds good to me. Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. Balor's the demon now for some reason. Moving on. Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't know what Jeff Hardy was doing, taking a flat back bump from the top rope to the damn apron, the ring stretch. That was really, really weird. I don't know why he did that. I don't know who said, what would be a good idea for a guy with back issues to do a swanton onto the hardest part of the ring. Fire the agent. Shout out to Jeff Hardy in his first actual real match on pay-per-view against Shinsuke Nakamura, avoiding the low blow, which AJ Styles in 5 matches never did. So, logic. There we go. Ronda Rousey defeats Alexa Bliss in the squash match with more bullshit running away from Alexa Bliss as we knew that she would. And she caught her. And when she caught her, she did the whole dislocation of the arm thing on Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss, in reality, does have the ability to contort her arm like that one. That's why she gives her boyfriend a good reach around. So I'm sure that the Secret really likes that one. So Alexa Bliss loses her championship to Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey kind of deserves it because she's been on a roll. Flag bearer, new pay-per-view coming up. We all know the yada yada reason, the secret, agenda of the company. You got to put the bill on someone really strong, I guess, for the flag bearer of that show. And I guess they want Ronda Rousey to be that one. Likely they'll have a stupid rematch, and Alexa Bliss will say like the lights were in her eyes, and she didn't eat well that day. She was her knees were knocked up. They were having sex beforehand. She couldn't concentrate correctly. One of those things. Who fucking cares? Anyway, they'll have a rematch. Ronda will win the rematch or whatever, and that'll be that one. And your main event for the evening is Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. You got Roman Reigns winning over Brock Lesnar. We all know why. And congratulations, Roman is a champion again. And it was boring to see him as a champion again. The match was boring again. This company shit on the fans again. There you go. Thanks for nobody watching. Glad off.